Hey, it's Dr. Nadia here, and I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever just felt like giving up on your dream? Have you ever just really felt like throwing in the towel? And I know there have been lots of conversations for me recently around changes in marketing and sales and, pain and struggle and all of that stuff. But one of the things that came up for me today as I was talking with a client, and that was that sometimes life really does happen. Um, no matter how many times we may be positive and we may pray or we may meditate or whatever that is for us to really just kind of help us stay focused on our big vision, the truth of the matter is life does happen. And life happens in a variety of forms. And there are times when you really are just at that point where you want to throw in a towel. And so as I was talking with my client today and really just encouraging her to stay the course, to not throw in a towel, to really just lean on her support system, I thought that I would share that with you and just encourage you to not give up on your dream. It also made me think of a movie that Toby and I recently watched about Eddie the Eagle. And if you're like me, I had no idea who this guy was. I wasn't even sure if this movie was about, truly fiction or if it was based on a true story. Like that was just how ignorant I was of Eddie and his story when Toby picked out this movie for us. And so we're watching this movie. And at the very beginning, I got really excited because I knew that this guy was going to achieve his dream. And so for those who don't know, Eddie the Eagle was an Olympic high jump or speed jumper. I'm not sure what the title is. And I'll just tell you the story and then we'll figure it out. So he, when the movie started, he was like 7 or 8 years old and he actually had braces on his legs. So he was not walking independently. There were some issues with his knees. And yet, in spite of that, he was so focused on going to the Olympics. He was like obsessed with going to the Olympics. And he would make like the Olympic rings on the tablecloth with his cup. Like he was just completely and utterly obsessed with going to the Olympics. And I look at Toby as soon as this movie is starting, still in the early parts of this movie. And I go, he's going to the Olympics. Now, I had no idea how he was going to get there because, again, I had never heard of him or knew anything about his story. But one thing I was clear on, and that he was going to the Olympics. And in the beginning, so you start telling you start telling yourself a story, right? So I was like, well, maybe he's going to be like an Olympic runner or a sprinter or all these things. So he was like, as a kid, he was trying to do the high jump and doing races and all this stuff and swimming. And it was just crazy. And his dad eventually one day was just like, dude, look, cut it out. You're going to get a job. You're not going to the Olympics. Just forget it. And so he was like, okay, Dad. And so he goes to work and I'm like, wait, no, you can't. You have to go to the Olympics. And so he goes with his dad to this job one day and he sees this big, massive mountain with snow and he sees people skiing. And instead of him seeing this obstacle or having thrown in the towel, he looks at his dad and he's like super excited. He's like, oh my gosh, Dad, thank you so much. Because that was now his new focus of going to the Olympics. He started skiing. Now, you know me. I don't like snow. I don't like cold. I live in the desert, honey. So I was like, shut up. But he was just so excited and so focused on going to the Olympics that how he got there didn't matter. He just wanted to be an Olympian. And the story goes on and he does it. And I'll tell you, he does not go there as a skier. But he just does what he has to do to get to the Olympics in spite of the fact that his dad said he couldn't do it, to give up Olympic officials. It felt like an entire country was just like, dude, sit down somewhere, just give it up, just throw in the towel. You will never be an Olympian. And he would not quit. And when that movie was over, I was just so excited and so rejuvenated by that story, because Summer Olympics, no problem. I won't be a fast runner. I'm not doing the mile. I'm not doing the marathons. I'm not doing any of that stuff. And even when they said no to him being a skier, and they, changed the rules, and they did all these crazy things that, you would have been like, dude, I'm just throwing in the towel. Mind you, this was a progression of his life. So by the time he actually got to the Olympics, he was in his early 20s. And you know anything about Olympics, a lot of this stuff by the early 20s, like, dude, people are retiring. So it just really encouraged me. And I wanted to share that story with you, because you may feel like Eddie. And I'll tell you, there are days, and there have been seasons even in my business and on this journey, that I felt like Eddie. I felt like the rules have changed. I have felt like there have been more no's than I care to count. I feel like there have been numerous disappointments and setbacks, and just all the reasons why I should just give up. Everything was pointing to, dude, just give up. Throw in the towel. Don't go. You will never be. And Eddie was so committed to believing in his dream, that he would not throw in the towel. And when everything, and I do mean everything, pointed towards him just not being fit, him not ever making it, that's all the odds that seemed to be stacked against him, he never quit. And he did some things, and he faced some insurmountable odds. Then I was just like, ah! And I want to share that with you today. The road to building your big dream and really being all that it is that you see is often paved with things that sometimes we see, sometimes we don't. We run into naysayers. We run into people who are just like, forget it, give up. We run into people that tell us no. We run into setbacks. We get hurt. We get disappointed. Whatever the case may be, there are those things on this journey. And I am here to tell you that there are also allies and champions and supporters and your team of crazy, those people who truly believe in you. And I am here to tell you, I am one of those people. And so I don't know all that you're facing right now today. And today may actually be a good day. And you just may need to save this for a future day. But I will tell you this, that I believe in you. I believe that the dream in your heart, you can achieve it. And I believe that no matter what people may have said, no matter how things may look right now, if you don't quit, you can win. So today I want you to take this to heart, and I really want you to let this truly sink in. And that is the only way to fail is if you quit. And so I want you to know that you can do this. And I want to continue to encourage and I admonish you to not give up on your dream. This is Dr. Nadia, your champion for womanpreneurs, and I want to continue to encourage you to go for it. You have what it takes. You can do this, and I'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.